When our Alaska cruise itinerary for the Carnival Luminosa listed a full day dedicated to cruising Tracy Arm Fjord, I didn't know exactly what to expect. But as soon as I arrived on the Lido Deck for breakfast Monday morning, I knew it was going to be a special experience. Over eggs benedict, sliced turkey, and a delicious bowl of grapefruit, I could see the shimmering turquoise water through floor-to-ceiling windows in the common dining area. Large chunks of blue and white ice floated past the ship from twin Sawyer Glaciers at the end of Tracy Arm, each icy block a stark contrast to the rising rugged wilderness of Tongass National Forest across the water. I made a quick work of my breakfast, itching to get outside and into the brisk morning air with my camera. After steeping a warm mug of tea to carry with me, I joined my aunt on the adjacent open-air deck, grateful for my thick green cardigan to ward off a chilly wind. The deck was filled with passengers lining the rails for views of this spectacular slice of God's creation. Small crowds spilled across upper and lower decks, while some watched from stateroom balconies and others made their way below deck to the temporary gangplank. From there, shuttle boats carried adventurous passengers on a scenic tour between high rock walls for up-close views of Sawyer Glacier. The excursions were a little pricey, so I opted to stay on ship, enjoying the outside view for hours. My hair a tangled mess and my camera battery finally exhausted. But the experience was well worth it, chilly wind and all. Tracy Arm Fjord is part of the Inside Passage of Alaska, which stretches 500 miles along the Pacific Ocean, and according to evergreentours.com, is a web of waterways that goes from Seattle to the southeastern Alaska Panhandle. It's a common network for ships, as it offers protected, smooth-as-glass sailing, one of the few routes in the world with water deep enough for cruise ships to sidle up to cliffs. I think that's what was so mesmerizing about the whole journey, being up close and personal to such a majestic, awe-inspiring display of God's intricate handiwork. And an added bonus during our passage came in the form of learning much about the natural habitat around us. The Tongass National Forest is the largest protected forest in the United States, covering most of southeast Alaska and surrounding the famous Inside Passage. It's also the northernmost rainforest and home to the largest population of bald eagles in the world. While in port at Juneau, I spotted a National Geographic boat laden with equipment docked close to our ship, and I found it interesting to see what appeared to be the same boat cruising by us in Tracy Arm, headed toward the Twin Glaciers. A research expedition, perhaps? Further exploration of the fascinating glacier activity in the area? Maybe so. I'd love to know what they were studying or what new discoveries were made during the journey. But most of all, I'm grateful to know the God who created such a breathtaking landscape, and to realize that as long as we live in Him, there will always be more to discover.